should be one of the last things to go on before mascara and lashes. So you want to do your eyeshadow and everything first. My trick to doing a liquid or a winged look is by using an angle brush and a cream liner. I really like MAC Fluid Line. I find it's really emollient and easy to work with, and if you want to just leave it at that, you can get like a really nice sharp winged look as well. So I always start with just a really tiny angle brush. You want it to be very fine and firm. Usually a synthetic bristled angle brush will work better. And I'm just using Blitz and Glitz Fluid Line from MAC. So what I'm going to do is just coat each side of the brush. And then you don't have to worry about doing your liner in just one big swoop. What I do is just slowly start going along the lash line as close to the lashes as you can. And just doing short strokes. And I just basically follow the lash line until you get to the outer edge. And you can go a little bit thicker as you get to the side of the eye. So once you've done that, a good way to get a nice winged look is to follow the bottom lash line. So see how it goes up here? You're basically going to extend the liner out a little bit following that line. So I'll usually just take my brush and extend it out a little bit, and then you're just going to basically connect it to where you left off. So you can see the difference there. So it really is quite a dramatic line. It is thicker. It's going to define the eyes quite a bit more. And another thing to think about is that a winged look or a liquid liner look tends to look different on different eye shapes. So I find it suits best on people with a heavier lidded eye, like a deep set lid, for example like Lady Gaga or Cher or someone like that who has a big amount of lid space and their eyes are really deep set. More mature eyelids or people with quite a hooded eye, it's not going to look the same. You can still do a liquid liner look, but it tends to only show, because you still want a bit of your lid showing once it's on to get that effect. So what you can do next, once you have done the cream, if you want it even sharper, I'll just take my angle brush again and go in with a liquid liner, and you can go right over top and it tends to sharpen the liner a little bit more for you. Let's do the other eye here so you can watch again. I find just gently pulling the lid helps as well to get a nice flat working space. The nice thing about cream liner as well is that if you do really mess it up, you can just take a Q-tip and kind of smudge it in and get a more smokier look with it, so it's a lot more versatile that way as well. But yeah, it just takes practice, and then for the winged part, you can really just, you can keep it softer than this even, or you can wing it out way more, so whatever your style is. So I'll go over it with a bit of liquid liner so you can see the difference. So another thing to keep in mind, especially after you've done the actual liquid liner, it does take a little bit to dry, so you want to probably keep looking down until it's fully dry. The way I test is I'll usually just touch with my finger, and if nothing comes off, then you're good to go. Otherwise, if you get it up on your lid, you're kind of screwed. You can try fixing it, but it's a little difficult. So just take your time with it. And you can also just, once you get good at it, you can just go in with your angle brush and your liquid liner. You don't have to do the cream step. I just do it because I find it makes it a lot easier, and yeah, sometimes I'll just do the cream because it's easier. But yeah, that's my tips for liquid liner. That's all I can really think of for doing it. It is a nice day look if you can pull it off, and it just takes practicing. So yeah, get yourself a good angle brush, a cream liner, and just practice and you should be able to do it, no problem. If you have any other questions about liquid liner or other looks that you like to see, let me know, write a comment or something. Subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. And yeah. One other thing I should mention, unless you're doing kind of a funky look, I don't usually recommend doing liquid liner on the bottom lash line. I find it just doesn't look good most of the time, unless you want a really sharp, harsh, dramatic kind of look. For daytime, definitely, I don't really suggest it. And a lot of people tend to, if they do liquid liner on the bottom, it's not a very good job. Also, it usually isn't really meant to go into the waterline. It can really sting your eyes and everything like that. So definitely I recommend going with a pencil or the cream like along the bottom lash line, but not in the waterline. But you can do pencil in the waterline and set it with powder, or even just do powder as a liner, like an eyeshadow underneath the eyes. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, liquid liner, stick to the top of the eyes most of the time unless you're doing kind of a funky look. I hope I covered everything. Yeah, the lighting is a little bit better in here, but it's really rainy out today, so I was hoping it would be bright in here, but it's not. I need to get like more lamps or something like that. But I think this one you can see pretty good, so hopefully it was helpful for you.